Well, thank you for your words of wisdom. I really appreciate it. My name's Timmons. I go by she, her pronouns, and my thoughts and opinions are my own. So, I really had to come here today to be with my community. Because I love you. I love what you stand for and what you stand up to. And I really needed that. So I kind of want to tell a story today about a Dr. Martin Luther King, and he was 21 years old. So in 1950, little-known confrontation between Dr. Martin Luther King, the gun-wielding owner of a modest Maple Shade Tavern, changed world history. The incident sparks King's resolve to dedicate his life to fighting racial injustice. It also recorded his first ever civil rights sit-in. So here goes the story. Okay? Siri, I don't want you.
Here goes the story.
So the story begins on Sunday, June 11th of 1950. King, then 21 years old, had been ordained a Baptist minister 2 years earlier, but he was still continuing his formal studies at Crozier Theological Seminary in Chester, Pennsylvania. He split his time between Pennsylvania and the Camden complex that he shared with his friend and classmate Walter McCall. King and McCall were on a Sunday night drive with McCall's girlfriend, Pearl Smith, and her roommate, Doris Wilson. After attending an evening church service in Merchantville, the foursome decided to stop at Mary's Cafe for a round or two of beers. They sat at a table and waited and waited and waited for service. Finally, McCall stood up and headed to the bar, where he approached the bar's owner, Ernest Nichols, and requested packaged beer with 4 glasses. He refused. Said he couldn't sell them packaged beer because it was a Sunday. Nichols then refused McCall's orders for 4 glasses of beer and then 4 ginger ales. The best thing you could do is leave, he said. In response, the 4 remained glued to their seats, an act of nonviolent protest later recognized as King's first sit-in. By this time, it was past midnight. The 4 friends, Nichols then reportedly stomped out of the bar, later returned with a revolver and shooting it skyward outside the tavern. "I'd kill for less," Nichols shouted, then brandishing the gun, according to the police report. As we know, police did nothing. NCAACP got involved. They filed a complaint. It all was later dismissed. But why am I telling you this story? What would I do as a 21-year-old in those situations? With an owner brandishing a gun in front of my face? Would I be afraid? Certainly. Would I stop doing what God has given me the blessing to do? I don't know. But I do know that history is repeating itself. We're all being challenged. You know, Kent State. Remember Kent State. Okay? We invaded Cambodia. Are there similarities now and then? You make that a judgment. You know, so what am I doing? Okay, me being a transgender female, I'm playing the long game. I'm sitting in the tavern where I'm told I'm not welcome. I go to places where I'm told I'm not welcome. Okay? You don't have to kick me out. Even if it does mean that you're going to bring a gun to the party. I pray that you don't. And I don't think you will. But there's always that possibility. Because when I came out, I knew that they would come to this. All the laws that they were passing against our community was just getting worse and worse. So I said, if not me, who? If not now, when? And so here I am. And so what do I encourage people to do? I encourage people to do exactly what was said earlier today. Do what you believe in, stand for your convictions, and fight for your rights. Because if you don't, no one else will. And that's all I really have to say today. But no, I really appreciate you all coming out here in the cold and being here today. And I love you all. Thank you.